and welcome back to Karen About Wrestling. This week, I, of course, have another excellent show for you, and I'm very excited you're joining me, but let's talk about some live shows first, shall we? First of all, May 10th in Courtenay. That's a Mother's Day show. I believe it's a matinee. I think it's in the afternoon, but double check that on the website. But it's Mother's Day for sure. May 12th, Campbell River. May 17th in Duncan. May 18th in Victoria for No Limits. And then May 25th, the Guelph show for No Limits. And then June 1st, Victoria, All Out War. June 1st. All right, so you can get all your tickets and everything 365 Wrestling at 365prowrestling.com. And of course, don't forget to check out our sister shows, Combat and Island Main Event Tuesdays on the 365 Pro Wrestling YouTube channel as well. All right, so without further ado, my guest for the evening. First time that I ever laid eyes on this man. It was my very first time ever at a 365 Pro Wrestling show. And I looked into the ring and I saw a man there that was very purple, wearing purple head to toe, super dynamic, really brought a lot to the show. It was amazing to watch. And then now, of course, he's a manager associate. I'm not quite sure what the relationship is there. He's going to tell us about it with Lak Siddhartha. In this time, the jacket has got a little sparklier. The company may be slightly more terrifying, but here we are, ladies and gentlemen, Ramone Carlton.
Ramone's not terrifying.
No, but sometimes your company is.
Oh, yeah. But he's not here, don't worry.
No, are you sure?
Oh, absolutely.
He's not going to jump out of a silver suitcase, is he? Or briefcase?
No, he wouldn't fit in that.
Are you sure about that?
No.
No. Because we are talking about the
Lak Siddhartha
and fifth dimension, right?
But that's a different story.
Yeah, exactly. So, how do you feel about getting right into this interview? Your fans out in YouTube.
Karen, let's do this.
All right. So, why don't you tell me a little bit about your 365 pro wrestling journey?
Oh, okay.
I know it's been some years, so
it's been a few years. Ramone's been around for a few years now. What happened was way back when my cousin he used to do the commentary thing for Combat, and then he was always doing the production thing and everything was going crazy. So somebody who was very dear to us rang Ramone up and said, Ramone, we need you to come and we need you to help. So Ramone Carlton came and they said, we want you to move things. And I went, no.
You said you drew a hard line.
Ramone. And then I found the microphone. So I picked up the microphone and then I was the ring announcer, and I am still a ring announcer, but not as much because we have the amazing Sydney Strode, and every now and then Ryan Flack is out there. And but what I do, and of course my absolutely passion is, other than representing the Lak Siddhartha that we all know and that we all love, is the commentating of 365 Combat itself.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
A man of many, many talents. Yes, indeed. All right. And dare I say, like, because I'm new here, you know, a lot of what I've learned so far, I have learned because of hanging around you.
Oh, well, thank you, Karen, very much. I didn't even have to pay for that.
No, you didn't. But I am gunning for that promotion, though. All right. But moving on. The next question. Mm-hmm. You don't need to focus on that. So how did you and Lak start working together? How did that whole thing happen? Was this
It's a very intriguing story, and it goes way back. Its roots are incredibly deep. You have to go to the furthest reaches of parts unknown. And then you would find the answer there. So when you do find the answer to that question, can you bring it back and let Ramone Carlton know?
I could if that's the test for?
Oh no, I have no idea.
Oh no.
One day I was just, and then where I was, and he was, and yeah, and then okay, and then 5, and boom, and yay!
And there you are.
Yeah.
So, I mean, most people would agree that Lak is nothing short of terrifying.
You would be right.
Yes. And so, do you find yourself at any moments terrified of this, of the Lord's warrior?
Oh no.
You're not terrified of him in the least.
No. I have the thingy.
The thingy.
Yeah, the little thing from the 5th dimension.
There's a thing from the 5th dimension.
Yeah, it was on combat a while back.
Oh.
I got a thing. Thelony sent it to me.
Right. And so that prevents Lak from attacking you or ever being mad at you? Or
no, he's always mad, but
not at you.
He doesn't hurt me.
Right. I don't know. Like I don't think I could do what you're doing. I've done a couple of interviews with him, and quite frankly, I was glad that you were like in between the two of us because.
And you want a promotion?
I do, but like, you know, that's out of control. But I wanted to ask too, like he's the Lord's warrior.
Yes, he is.
But like, which Lord?
The Lord.
Like the Sith Lord, or like the Lord?
You have to ask.
The Dark Lord, or
if you have to ask, you don't want to know the answer.
This is a Lord that I am not currently aware of. There's a separate Lord. Oh gosh.
The Lord.
This is like.
You want to argue with Lak? He said he's the Lord's warrior. I stopped there.
Yeah. Okay. No, that's fair. Maybe I should just stop wondering about these things.
The last person who asked a lot of questions went by the name of Beach, and we all know what happened with that one.
Oh, right. That was pretty intense. No, these little chicken arms aren't going to do much damage whatsoever. But I do remember from that, I think it was that match where you got like punched out. Was it that match, or was it a different one that you got punched out ringside? Well, there's a couple. I feel like.
First of all, the first time Devin Shooter wasn't on the right side of the ring rope, so I was simply trying to encourage him to get back into the ring. And the next thing I know is Lak is carrying me out of the ring. And then the other time, I was just merely explaining to Becky Beach that she had already lost to Lak Siddhartha, like a lot, and she just probably shouldn't be in there again.
And she punched you in the face. Yeah, well,
I'm just explaining things.
I mean, I was there. I saw it. But, like, how did you feel after that? I mean, that must have been, did you have to go any rehab? Or how did you...
How do you think I feel? Should I go get Lak? He can come and show you.
No, thank you. No, that's where I draw the line. I am willing to do a lot of things for this, for 365 Pro Wrestling, but I won't do that. Okay, so we kind of talked about the 5th dimension a little bit, and like you seem to be having some interactions with that whole world, and with the power mittens and the silver briefcase and FELTs and all of that stuff going on. So what have you got to say about the 5th dimension and the goings on therein?
No comment.
Oh, he's taking a hard line on that one, ladies and gentlemen. I don't
know. That's what they told me.
They just said don't. You just
the Mittens said I'm not allowed to talk about it anymore. Apparently, I was babbling about a mansion.
The Mittens told you?
The Mittens told me that I'm not allowed to talk about it because I was babbling about their mansion, and now there's too many people there. What? I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I'm really ow. The stupid Mitten came back. Stop it now. Why? Go away.
Wow.
I'm from tonight. They just keep showing up. See, I'm not no comment.
You just never know what's going to happen here on 365 Pro Wrestling or Karen About Wrestling, apparently. That was a little intense. I wasn't expecting the Mittens to become animated in that moment. So that was a little crazy. So I guess, it is true. Like when you're dealing with the 5th dimension and 365 Pro Wrestling, you just actually never know what the heck is going to happen.
No comment.
No comment. All right. Well, on that note, I think we're going to have to take a teeny tiny little break, but don't go anywhere because we are going to be right back with Ramone Carlton on Karen About Wrestling.
Mittens are like always, I don't know, it's ever since like FanCon and, you know, and then there's Wrestle Craze, you know, and it's just very odd. And they're mad, but anyways, I'm trying. No comment. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm a little concerned about the fifth dimension edging. I'm gonna steer away from that. Probably not a bad thing. I'm a lot less. And we're back. I'm Karen. This is Karen About Wrestling, and I'm here with Ramone Carlton. And we're having a very enlightening conversation tonight about all things wrestling, all things Lak Siddhartha, all things Power Mittens. But moving on.
No comment.
So you get to see all the wrestlers a lot in 365. We've got a quite a stable.
Yeah, we do.
Of excellent
really
wrestlers.
awesome.
So who would you say has the best in-ring attire? The best in-ring attire?
Wrestler.
I know it's a tough one. And I kind of sprung this question on you, so I'll just give you a second.
I'm going to say that now when we say best, are we looking for like flash appeal, like maneuverability? Because they're two different things.
I am gonna just leave that up to you. Best overall.
Okay, I'm gonna have to go with Thelonious Harlequin because he has wings.
He does. Yes. And he had like a mask with a beak on it, and then now he's got a mask with a digital face on it.
No comment.
It's pretty cool. But yes, and the wings changed color.
Yes,
well.
They do. They glow and a whole bunch of good stuff. So yeah.
Yeah, I love that. Okay, yeah, I agree with you. Yeah. I really like his getup. He was there the very first time I ever saw wrestling too, and I was amazed.
I remember you were down there. You were with our production assistant guy.
Yes, did you see?
Yeah, you did. Well, I saw the production assistant guy, and then you were there next to him.
Yeah, I was, but you didn't know I was going to become Karen the Intern at that point.
Did not have a clue.
Me neither. No. Magical. All right, so let me just consult my little list of questions here. Have you ever thought about being a wrestler?
Ramone Carlton would love to. He's been in a couple of matches here and there. I was in a Rumble. I was number 22. And then Lak Siddhartha made me leave the ring, but that's a totally different story. But Ramone thinks he wants to make sure that everything is under control. He has Lak Siddhartha. We're doing the commentary, so Ramone Carlton's very happy where he is.
I like that. I'm glad for you. I'm happy. I'm happy. That's so did you have to do any specific training to do what you do at 365 Pro Wrestling? What's your resume look like, Ramone Carlton?
My resume is very impressive. I did a lot of things, but any specific training for this? Well, there was a very intense training on how to hold and turn on the microphone.
Yes, that's a very
that was a 5-day seminar.
Yeah, microphones.
There was the all important seminar on how to not lose the food personnel into the fifth dimensional box. We now tether them. That was an important one too.
Yes, I can imagine. I can imagine. That's a lesson you only have to learn one time, right?
No, 3.
You learned it 3 times. Okay.
It happens.
This is,
That's why you have a seatbelt.
I do. I'm buckled in for my safety, and I'm keeping my hands and feet inside the ride at all times as well, because...
Good plan.
Well, what is it that Inferno says? Safety
third.
Safety third. All right. So what is the craziest 365 wrestling match you've ever laid eyes on, witnessed?
Lak Siddhartha versus Eddie Osborne, Hardwire Barbed Wire Mayhem.
Hardwire
Barbed Wire Mayhem.
Hardcore Barbed Wire Mayhem.
You can check it out on an episode of Combat. I cannot remember the number, but that was one of the craziest matches I have ever seen.
So how far back in history is this?
Almost 2 years ago, I would say.
2 years.
Yeah.
And so what happened? I mean, tell us a little bit about that.
Everything that could happen happened. Basically, we discovered Lak Siddhartha cannot bleed. We discovered that Eddie Osborne, when surrounded completely by a hugging barbed wire, that it hurts, and he does bleed. So yeah.
So people, one person bled at least.
In a different match, though, that was also just as epic. Artemis Spencer almost put his head through a wall.
His own head through a wall?
Yeah, he cracked the wall and everything.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's also on Combat.
How long was that?
About a year and a couple months ago. I think maybe about a year ago, around there. Yeah. One of the episodes from the Carlton.
Check it out, you guys. The Carlton. Hey, can we talk a little bit about the Carlton? Yeah. So, just before I started coming to 365, I was told that there's this place that we used to wrestle at called the Carlton. So tell me a little bit about that.
The Carlton was the home of the Professional Wrestling Academy down in Victoria. Of course, the Wrestling Academy is now up in Campbell River. Check them out, Pro Wrestling Academy on Facebook, 365prowrestling.com. You want to be a professional wrestler? That's where you can do it. And so they would put on shows there through the school. And that's kind of what it was. They were quite nice shows. There were about 100 people we would cram into the building, and
nice.
They're pretty cool. They're pretty epic. They were really small, really squishy. The roof was not very high, not much higher than this. And it was. You highlight moments. Jackie Lee and Artemis Spencer both in the sexy ball. If you know, you know. Haviko using a disco ball that he happened to find. What else happened there? Oh yeah, of course, Crofton and his reign of excellence. Check it all out. Yeah, 365 Combat. Carlton probably shows up. We always put our venue name in there. So yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I have watched Carlton videos, so I know that they are on there. So don't check it out right this second. Keep watching this show.
14 minutes from now.
Yeah, you can then go and check out all the other episodes on the YouTube channel, you guys. All right, so I watched you ref a couple matches.
Yes.
Do you like reffing?
It's interesting.
Yeah.
I'm glad we have a professional ref. Ramone Carlton does what Ramone Carlton needs to do. And at any point in time, if whatever the 365 head honcho say, Ramone, we need you to do, Ramone is there. I don't move things. But what reffing is a very highly detailed and skilled and kind of scary proposition to be doing. To be quite honest, I would rather manage Lak Siddhartha on a cranky day for him
than to ref a match. Well,
that's a lot of pressure. And hats off to our reffing crew. They're absolutely amazing. And also, just so you know, you can also train to be a ref at the Pro Wrestling Academy. And we're always looking to add to our stable of 3 refs now. We have our head official, Tim Chason. We have Ref Ronnie. And we have new to the fold, Ref Ryan.
Ref Rye, yeah, I watched him ref a couple matches not that long ago. It was super good. He did a great job. But yeah, we're always looking for some new talent to help us out. So if you're interested, definitely check out Pro Wrestling Academy in Campbell River. All right, so you don't have any entrance music, do you?
Oh, I do.
You do. What's your entrance music?
Legends Are Made.
Legends Are Made.
Yes.
By whom?
I have no idea. It's on Spotify.
It's on Spotify. Legends Are Made. Can
they need to know who writes it? I just
Legends
Are Made. There it is. It's my
fair enough. I guess there's not a lot of songs called Legends Are Made. Maybe no, just the one, just that one. Check it out because it is pretty rad. Actually, now that you mention it. So do you have any money saving tips for when you're on the road, traveling around, going to various venues to do the wrestling thing?
Manage Lak Siddhartha. And then when he gets up to leave, you have to go with him. And I gotta go with Lak.
What does Lak eat on
everything?
Trip? Yeah.
It's simple. I say, bring Lak the menu.
Everything on the menu, and
Yes.
you will eat all of it.
Yeah.
Crazy. I would actually kind of enjoy seeing that.
Light on salt.
Oh yeah, don't want too much sodium. Bad for the old ticker there. Yeah, definitely. Okay, cool. So do you have any like advice for people thinking about getting into this crazy world of wrestling?
Do it. Do it. There's absolutely nothing more exciting than this. If first of all, if you haven't checked out a show, check out a show. If you have checked out a show and you want to get involved, talk to one of us. Talk to Karen. Talk to Ramone. Talk to any of us down there at our 365 shows. We always have lots of positions available. We're always looking for folks. And if you want to be a wrestler, Pro Wrestling Academy, you're only standing in the way of yourself. Dreams do come true. I can personally guarantee you, Ramone Carlton can personally guarantee you that I was there the day that Becky Beach made up her mind to become a wrestler, and it has been absolutely epic ever since.
Amazing. Yes, dreams do come true.
Mm-hmm.
Don't let another minute go by. Yeah, exactly. You never know what could happen around here. All right, we are going to take another quick break. Don't you guys go anywhere. We'll be right back with Karen About Wrestling and Ramone Carlton.
Awesome. All right. You mean I'm not allowed to say no? Contract.
I'm working very hard. All right, everyone, we are back with Karen About Wrestling and Ramone Carlton. I, of course, am Karen the Intern. So we've spent a couple segments chatting about wrestling and wrestling-related stuff. Are you ready for some questions of a more personal nature?
Absolutely, been looking forward to it.
Excellent. So what do you do when you're not 365 Pro Wrestling stuff? Do you...
Ramone doesn't understand.
So it's just like this is.
Oh, sometimes I go to the fifth dimension to visit. I'm not. No comment.
Right. Where's your hometown?
Why?
I'm just curious. Your fans want to know. They just want to know things about you. Where are you from?
Rome.
Like Rome?
Rome. It's a small town on the prairies.
Oh, I thought you might have meant the Rome in different continent. But okay, all right. So Rome in the prairies. I like that. I'm from the prairies too.
Awesome.
Yeah. Not that it's about me in any way, but sometimes I like to connect, see where we've got some common ground.
You're from Calgary, are you not?
I am. Yeehaw.
Heard that.
Yeah. And now I live here in Victoria. Aren't you lucky?
We are. You're here.
Now I'm your problem. I mean, all right. Do you believe in ghosts or like the paranormal? Or like
I manage Lak Siddhartha.
So that would be a yes.
I've been to the fifth dimension.
Is there lots?
I saw the lady in the bell tower.
There's a lady in the bell tower in
the
dimension?
And I don't work there anymore. So yeah, interesting story. So way back when Ramone Carlton in a different life worked in at a college in a town that we don't need to worry about where it's what's its name, but it may be in a province called Manitoba, and it's the college might be named after a river that's not red. If you know, you know. And anyways, they moved this college from its wonderful little campus that was there, and they put it into, are you ready for this? They decided that they were going to relocate the college to the former, and I'm probably going to say this wrong, and I apologize if I say this wrong. This is what the name was when it closed, the Brandon Mental Health Center.
Oh.
Yeah. So, anyways, this thing was built like in the 1890s, burnt down once, got rebuilt, blah, 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 all the horrible stuff you've ever read about it. Anyways, so there's this legend, and I've seen the aspiration up in the windows, call me nuts, whatever you want. I don't care. It doesn't matter. The aspiration is up in the windows. And yeah. So you know how like there's all these stories about stuff. So, anyways, so Ramone Carlton in a different life used to deliver food.
Okay.
And so I'm delivering the food and I'm going up, and you can see all the weird stuff in the windows, but I'm going up. This is way before I did anything at the college, but I'm going up, up the elevator to the 5th floor to deliver food to the children's ward because they were closing the hospital down because, blah, 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 blah. It's the 1990s and blah, blah, blah. And it's the only ward that's still open. So I go up and I'm walking down the hall when I look into my right, and there's this kid standing in there, red and white striped pajamas. He waves to me and I wave back, and I go down to the hallway and I go all the way around the corner, and it takes you forever to get there because this thing is huge. Anyways, I get down there and I bring the pizzas for all the kids and everything and blah, blah, blah. And the attending or the nurse, whatever they are, gives me the money or the credit card. And it's old school, so you had to go. And yeah, and I said, all right, oh, that's great. I'll out. And I said, oh, you want me to tell that one kid down there that the pizza's ready? And the nurse person went, no, they're all here. And I'm like, okay. And I noticed that they're all wearing like, Bugs Bunny pajamas or whatever the pajamas were at the time kind of thing. And so I walked down the building past that, and yeah, that room was completely empty and the lights were off.
Oh,
Lak Siddhartha.
So creepy. That is so creepy.
Mm-hmm.
So would you like stay overnight in a haunted house?
Sure.
Yeah.
Why not?
Okay, that's cool. I don't know if I would. I'd be a little bit too
That's on the
afraid.
legends.
Yeah, I guess it depends on what kind. If it was like
I mean, is it Casper's house?
I was just gonna say if
If it's Casper's house, let's have a party.
Yeah.
If it's Freddy Krueger's house, no thank you.
Let's not go there. Or like Annabelle or Amityville. So yeah. So speaking of scary movies.
Yeah.
Do you like scary movies? No. Do you ever watch them?
I try to avoid them.
When you have okay, so of all of the scary movies that you happen to have had to watch at some point or another, what's the scariest?
The scariest? The scariest was Poltergeist, the original Poltergeist.
The original.
But I was five when I watched it. 5.
That's the little.
Somewhere around there. Yeah.
Young. That would me out too.
Yeah. So always the scariest movie. I've never watched it since. I see it on TV, I run away. I hate it. I can't.
Yeah. Crazy. So are you more afraid of like slasher movies?
Oh no, I love slasher movies. They're hilarious.
Like Freddy Krueger.
Freddy Krueger's awesome.
Yeah, or like Jason Voorhees.
Oh, it's great.
Like you're into all that.
Yeah, 9 times out of 10 the kids deserve it.
But like ghosty stuff, not so much.
No.
So my
slasher guy you can defend yourself against.
Totally.
You got a chance.
Yeah, you do, especially considering most people in those idiots. Right? Like they always do the exact wrong thing, right?
Why? Other way. Seriously. Run the other way and stay together.
Always stay together. And don't go back in the house for the love of God.
I love Cabin in the Woods.
So good.
That's a great movie.
So good. Mm-hmm. Yes. Another movie that I loved that was about a cabin in the woods was Evil Dead.
Also a great movie.
Evil Dead 2. Army of Darkness. It goes on. All right. So what is your favorite dinosaur and why? Favorite
dinosaur?
You're from a prairie province.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I don't really have a favorite dinosaur. I've always been partial to like the whatever we call brontosauruses these days. I know they don't exist, but whatever we call them, I just like because they remind me of Dino.
Yeah. And they seem so peaceful and nice, and they're just like eating.
The other ones like raptors and stuff like that. I don't want to be around the cobra chickens before they became cobra chickens.
Yeah, no cobra chickens, no thank you. I'm not really into being eaten by a dinosaur, so yes, I would much prefer to just hang out with the nice ones.
Yeah,
that's kind of the way I look at it. All right, so do you have any pets?
I have a pet. It is a cat.
A cat.
His name is Larry, and he has one eye.
He only has one eye.
One eye.
Did he lose it being attacked by...
Legend has it that he lost it defending his homestead.
Well, I've never met Larry, or maybe I have in my travels, but Who knows? But I feel like he would be a strong cat.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's good. I mean, any cat that would lose his eye and just keep coming back from that,
Absolutely.
right? So how do you feel about doing like a little lightning round?
Let's do it.
Okay, so we've got okay, ready? You ready? Like,
yep.
Okay. Star Trek or Star Wars?
Pieces of lie, Karen.
What? Star Trek or Star Wars?
I've already answered the question.
Okay.
Congrats, Tom.
Pineapple on pizza, yes or no?
I personally don't want pineapple on my pizza, but I understand people like it, and each to their own.
I like it. Like, don't yuck my yum.
Mm-hmm. But if that's what you want, knock yourself out. Just
Yeah.
not on my slice, please.
Gotcha. Are you into more frozen yogurt or ice cream?
Oh, ice cream.
Ice cream. I love the ice cream. Potato salad or coleslaw?
Ooh.
Or both? You could pick both.
Yeah, it's got to be, and it's got to be very particular kinds. But
I agree. So coleslaw, would you do like the oil and vinegar type, or more the creamy type, or?
I like the old school KFC green stuff.
Yes,
you can get it from like Reese's or something.
Yes, and it's like almost fluorescent green.
Oh, yeah,
yeah, that's the best stuff. So true. What's your favorite candy?
Oh, fuzzy peaches.
I love fuzzy peaches. Good choice. Like sour fuzzy peaches or just regular sweet fuzzy peaches, or both?
Fuzzy peaches.
Okay. All right. Macho Man, Hulk, or Ultimate Warrior? If you had to pick one.
Macho Man.
Yeah. What is the best place to get a hamburger on Vancouver Island?
JJ's up in Port Alberni, in my opinion.
JJ's, Port Alberni. It's a bit.
JJ's, is that right? I don't know. Whatever that. J&L Burger or something. I don't know. Whatever the little drive-in up in Port Alberni is, that's the place.
Check it out, Port Alberni. So we kind of talked about this, but if you could pick one, would you pick Freddy Krueger or Jason Voorhees? Which team?
Pick what for what?
To be on your team.
Oh, to be on my team? Freddy Krueger.
Freddy Krueger, right on.
Jason Voorhees just walks around and slashes things.
That's true. Freddy's a little more.
You just got to work on his planning. He's like the coyote.
This is true. This is very true. King Kong or Godzilla?
King Kong.
What is your favorite YouTube channel?
365 Pro Wrestling.
Yes. Pizza, burgers, or tacos?
Pizza.
And what was your favorite part of this interview?
My favorite part of this interview was probably the lightning round. That was kind of fun.
That was pretty fun, right? All right. Well, that brings us to the end of our time together today. Ramone Carlton, I've had a super good time chatting with you. Excellent. Awesome. All right. Thank you guys for joining us. It's been a lot of fun. So make sure, again, you check out everything 365 Pro Wrestling at 365prowrestling.com. Check out all our shows on the YouTube channels, all our socials. And of course, stay tuned always for the next episode of Karen About Wrestling. Thanks a lot, you guys. I'm Karen the Intern, and we are 365.